Welcome to Front Office, where athlete entrepreneurs take their talents from the field to the boardroom. Presented by UBS, the world's leading global wealth manager. Today, we're in downtown Los Angeles, where two on-the-rise companies will pitch and compete in hopes of securing an investment from a trailblazer in the world of professional golf. Throughout the process, the entrepreneurs will be coached by someone who knows a thing or two about both the professional athlete world and building your investment portfolio.
I'm Wale Ogunleya, Head of Sports and Entertainment at UBS. After a long NFL career, I know what it's like to transition from the field to the boardroom and how an athlete's will to win carries out through all areas of life. Today, in the front office boardroom, we have some very compelling entrepreneurs and are ready to show Michelle what they have to offer. But to make sure the entrepreneurs are prepared, yesterday I linked up with them at Indochino to make sure they're ready to go.
Hey guys, welcome to Indochino. My name is Brandon. We're gonna get you fitted for a custom-made suit today. Now, who's ready to get fitted today? Good. All right, let's go.
Good people, good day. How you guys doing?
Good.
My name is Wale Ogunleya. I'm gonna be a business coach over the next couple of days. You guys look good right now, but tomorrow I'm sure it's gonna be more fabulous. It's about dressing well, looking well, presenting well, and I go into every single meeting I have with people with confidence. You guys confident?
Absolutely.
So listen, I know my people here are taking care of you. You guys need me, text me, email me, whatever you need to scream, I'll come running, okay? All right, guys, see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Appreciate it. Yep.
Using the look good, play good approach, the entrepreneurs are ready to put their best foot forward and pitch their respective companies to golf pro Michelle Wee West. Today, she looks to invest in a game-changing company that she can help level up while building her investment portfolio in the process.
Michelle.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to UBS.
Thanks for having me.
We've got two distinct and unique companies ready to pitch to you.
Okay.
The team's waiting for you inside. Let's go meet them.
Let's do it.
Hey, Michelle, how are you? Good to see you.
Okay, so what do you got today?
All right, I got two really interesting opportunities for us. First is Equo, which is a sustainable, eco-friendly CPG business. And then the second one is Sequel, which is an athlete recruiting platform that's all online. So we're gonna meet the founders and see if there's an opportunity to work together.
Very cool, let's do it.
First, we have a sustainable brand providing 100% natural, biodegradable solutions for everyday single-use plastic items.
Hi, I'm Marina Tranvu, founder and CEO of Equo. Equo is a sustainable brand providing 100% plastic-free and compostable solutions for everyday single-use plastic items. We're starting off with drinking straws made out of natural materials like grass, rice, coconut, sugarcane, and coffee. And really the idea from Equo was inspired by my nephew. My nephew was born about 2 years ago, and for me, he was so cute and it changed my entire world. My goal really became trying to make sure that he had a world that was nice and sustainable to grow up in. I wanted him to see Vancouver, New York, Vietnam, the way I saw it when I was growing up as well. I hope in the next 5 years or so to just really help drive the awareness of Equo and let people know that there's other sustainable products that are out there besides paper and plastic that they can choose from. Everyone, I think, has a purpose in life, and I feel like this is mine to try to do something better for the world before I leave it. So that's a big driving force for me.
Marina and her company Equo is delivering sustainable products to address pollution and protect our environment. Sustainable alternatives are something that will impact the future of business and the next generations. But will sustainability really beat convenience and the status quo? Those are all things I know Michelle will consider in Marina's pitch. Marina.
Hi.
Welcome to UBS.
Thank you.
And look at you, looking good.
Thank you so much.
Indochino took care of you, huh?
Yes, they did.
You ready to go?
Absolutely.
Let's go sit inside. If you don't mind, I'll go into some coaching points for you.
Absolutely.
Number one, come in there with confidence. Let Michelle know that you are the right founder that she should support. 2, speaking of founders, you're a female minority founder. Let her know that it's important to invest in founders like you. 3, sustainability. Got a great product. You're gonna change the world with this. Touch on that. I think she's gonna really hit home for her. 4, bring yourself into that meeting. Show your passion. You're colorful, you're bright, you're energetic. She's gonna wanna see that. You excited?
Yes.
You ready to do this?
Absolutely.
Let's go in.
All right.
Good luck.
Thank you. Hello. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Cecil. How are you?
Hi, good.
So I'm here today to talk to you about my company, Equo. And I'm here raising $200,000 on a safe for my business. And you're probably wondering why I have this big black tarp up. Well, I will explain it in just a second. A little bit of background on myself. I have a bachelor's of commerce in marketing, and I've worked for 10 plus years launching brands and products for global companies. Also, on top of that, I am the proud auntie to the cutest Korean, Vietnamese, American 2-year-old you ever did see. He is the reason why I do what I do every single day. I want him to have a chance to see the earth and the environment as beautifully as I did when I was growing up. With Eco, we're gonna give him that chance by helping to solve the plastic pollution problem. Did you know that 1 million people die each year from plastic pollution? And that 50% of all plastic produced is used only once? Now, the most shocking thing is that latest statistics show that we have less than 8 years before we do irreversible damage to the planet. Now, I don't know about you, but despite what they say, I don't think Mars is yet livable for us to move there yet. With the average single-use plastic item being used for 20 minutes or less, but staying on the earth for 200 plus years, we need a solution. And that is where Eco comes in. Eco provides 100% plastic-free and compostable solutions for everyday single-use plastic items. Drop the curtain. We're starting off with drinking straws made out of natural materials you can actually pronounce: grass, rice, coconut, sugarcane, and coffee. Now, what makes us different is that our products decompose in months, not centuries, and they're so easy and convenient to switch to, you don't have to change your lifestyle or your behavior. Now you can use it once and throw it away without any of the worry and none of the guilt. On top of that, we're doing something different. We're saying, yes, you can have choice. You have the power to choose a straw that matches your preferences. For example, you want a straw that matches the color of your drink for that perfect Instagram shot? Or how about a straw that never gets soggy for that extra large iced coffee? Or how about a straw you can snack on when you get hangry mid-drink? We've got you covered. We are going to market by selling our products directly to consumers through online e-commerce channels and to businesses like grocery shops, eco-friendly stores, restaurants, and coffee shops to use for their own customers. And imagine having us in every single fast food joint, casino, festival, music venue, or sports stadium in the world. And we have launched into 4 markets: Canada, US, Australia, and in Vietnam. In these 4 markets alone, there's over 17 billion straws used every single month. If we just got even 0.5% of market share, that would result in nearly $20 million in revenue every single year. And we're starting off with drinking straws, but the market is so much bigger than this. We have a full product line of utensils, bags, and dishware that we're launching. Eco will become the leader in an over $70 billion single-use plastic industry, and you can be a part of it. Say no to plastic that outlasts you and your next 5 generations. Don't accept the giant paper industry's subpar soggy solutions. With Eco, we're providing small solutions that will have a big impact.
First off, I want to try the straws. Can I try them?
Absolutely, go ahead.
They've been sitting in here for the entire presentation, so it's a great test.
They should be fine. They should be fine.
Wow.
Super durable.
Wow, and what did you say? This was the coffee?
That's the coffee one, and I think you're also drinking the coffee one as well.
Yeah, this is great. I actually try to chew on it, and they don't break.
And they're definitely not soggy. I mean, when you mentioned that, I think we were talking about that like together.
It's the worst.
When I saw Michelle and Cecil's reaction to using our products, I was so happy because they mentioned kind of the one pet peeve that a lot of people have with paper straws, which is that they get soggy. People either hate it or they really, really hate it. And so the fact that they loved our straws and that it didn't get soggy while it was sitting in their drink for a very long time, I couldn't be happier.
Up next, Michelle and Cecil put the Equal products to the test.
May we try them?
Yeah, for sure. You know, plastic was... Usually a lot of plastic straws and utensils, they're actually coated with something called a PFAS, which is basically a coating, it's nicknamed the forever chemical, which basically leaks into your drink and into your food as well. It's our only way of basically keeping those products non-soggy.
What is your carbon footprint? How much lower is it to create your products versus, let's say, reusing or creating like silicone reusable products?
The creation of our products don't require any sort of chemicals. It's not as processed. For example, our rice straws are simply made from rice, and it's not even actually the rice itself, it's the rice starch. So we're actually using a part of the process that would otherwise be thrown away into the landfill.
I'd love to hear a little bit more about, the costs associated with manufacturing. Where are you manufacturing today? Is it US overseas? And what's the average cost per unit?
So right now we are manufacturing in Vietnam and in Taiwan. And in terms of a per unit item, right now our products cost between 3 to 6 cents per straw. And the variation is just because of the different materials. That compares right now to paper, and this is the more premium paper straws. Those premium paper straws are about 2.5 cents per, and plastic right now is about 1/10 of a cent.
So what's the cost of one of those boxes, and then how much are you charging for them?
So it's about $1.70 for one of these boxes.
How many straws?
There's 50 straws in each
Oh,
one.
wow, okay.
How are your consumer review or your customer reviews, and where are you selling in D2C?
So right now we are mainly selling on Amazon and then also through some B2B sites like Faire. And on Amazon, our reviews are really great across the board.
So you want to sell to retailers and to businesses like UBS, companies like UBS. Once that happens, can your supply chain handle that?
I believe we definitely can. We are nowhere near capacity when it comes to our production.
Do you mind if we just run through just a quick kind of hit list of diligence questions?
Yes.
And then, so how much are you raising on what valuation?
So I'm raising $200,000 on a safe. And the valuation is $3 million pre-money with a 20% discount.
Are you flexible on that discount?
I am flexible, slightly.
And what are your projected sales for the next 12 to 18 months?
So we think we're gonna hit 250,000 at a conservative estimate, but it may overshoot that. And then next year, our projections are at 1.5 million.
What's the gross margin on the company, or on the products in general?
So our products, in general, it's a range between 50 to 60% gross margin.
How in the next 3 years are you gonna grow this into the next big thing, into a $100 million company?
Well, the first thing is honestly just getting the awareness and education about our products out there. We know when people try our products, they love it. I think once they know that there's alternatives to paper and plastic out there, they'll be willing to switch, because there really is no barrier to entry for anyone, except for a little bit on the price, which we know we can cut down as long as we get scale.
I hope Marina was detailed enough on her distribution strategy. I fear that Michelle and Cecil will view her lack of retail footprint as a massive hurdle. With a detailed expansion plan for getting her products in the hands of customers, I think she could have shown how and when she aims to accomplish that in order to grow the Equo brand.
So we also have sugarcane utensils in front of you. And as mentioned, just to keep with the theme of our business, we're providing a variety of different ones as well. So we'll be launching into coffee utensils as well as small wooden utensils that are made from sustainable shrubs and FSC certified areas.
May we try them?
Yeah, for sure, go ahead.
Hope these are sharp.
I love how sharp they are. They got through the celery though.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, we just want to curb people's expectations as well, because, plastic was...
Oh.
There you go.
I think I just have really rough hands.
A question that I had, you said that you do most of your business on Amazon.
Yes.
What type of contract do you have to sign with them? What kind of, do you have to pay any fees back towards them? How does that cut into your margins?
So there is a platform fee. So depending on the category that you're in with Amazon, they take a certain percentage fee. Also, if it's fulfilled by Amazon in terms of the shipping as well.
So in terms of your cost per unit, how much of that comes from Amazon?
To be honest with you, it's quite a bit, at least 30% of our margins. I was definitely a little bit concerned about how they would react to the 30% Amazon margin, but to be honest with you, it's something that a lot of companies and products deal with when they're on Amazon. I think it's just kind of tricks of the trade, and we just know that it happens, but I hope that they also see that there's an opportunity here.
Do you have any questions for Michelle?
So with your brand and your expertise, I'd love to know what you think you could bring to the table to help bring Equal to the next level?
I think with my distribution channels, being a golfer, traveled all over the world. All the clubs in America, I know them personally, so I think I would be able to help get Equo into country clubs, hotels, and other business partners that I may have.
The question really is if Michelle's able to put gasoline on this business, so to speak, and help you accelerate growth. Do you think that you can handle that, right? When the bulk order comes in from one of these golf clubs on the wholesale side?
Yeah, I would say absolutely. I don't think we've even touched the threshold of what we can do as a business, and we're just starting out.
How big is your team?
I'm the only founder, so I'm a sole founder, which I know is quite rare, but I also have 13 wonderful people on my team as well.
And then how would you use our investment?
I laid kind of the groundwork for all the production, the processes, ERP systems, everything that you kind of need to run a very efficient business and to scale up quickly. And so a majority of the funds will go towards sales and marketing.
Marina did a fantastic job demonstrating the quality of her natural products. She showed how her brand impacts positively, not just communities, but the world.
Well, yeah, I think that covers it.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll discuss and get back to you with a decision.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thanks.
I think overall the pitch went really well. I could see that they were trying out the product and they liked it. So overall, I think I'm pretty happy with how it went.
Up next, Entrepreneur Team 2 pitches Michelle's team.
I'm Robert DeWolf.
And I'm Brian Drayton, and together we are Sequel.
You guys are at growth stage right now, and there's no real revenue on the books, correct?
Next, we have an athletic recruitment platform that connects high school amateur athletes and collegiate coaches.
Hey there, I'm Robert DeWolf, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Sequel.
What's going on? I'm Brian Drayton, co-founder and CBO here at Sequel.
So Brian and I, we've known each other since we were 14 years old, best friends in high school. October 22nd, 2018, 4:33 p.m. We had the idea, and at the time it was, okay, let's build what LinkedIn is for the professional world, for high school athletes and college coaches. So we provide a one-stop shop, virtual online resume, educational content, accessibility to videographers, content creators across the country, where they're able to get film, where they're able to get educated, and where they're able to be seen.
The ball stops dribbling, but your brand stays with you for life. At Sequel, we really want to educate these athletes on the proper ways that they can utilize their brand for the better of themselves, for their future.
That's really, Brian and I's genesis of this idea, but the genesis of our relationship really is the reason why we had this idea. We have experienced a lot of ups and downs together. We believe that get punched 7 times, got to stand up 8. And, this is our 8th time, and we're not going to step down ever again.
Brian and Robert at Sequel are competing in an emerging market of athlete recruitment services. And with the shifting landscape around NIL, athletes of all ages are looking for tools to help them stand out and make it to the next level. But with established, well-funded competitors in the space, is their concept unique enough to get Michelle's attention? Whoa, look at you guys. Looking real clean, Welcome to UBS. I hope you guys are excited.
Absolutely.
You're excited?
Very.
Let's head on in.
Let's do it.
Come on. If you don't mind, before you go in with Michelle, I want to give you some pointers that I think you should have moving into this meeting. Number 1, let her know that you guys are the right team to work with Michelle and to push this company into the next level. Number 2, be precise. Show her the opportunity and why it's important for her to work with you and your team. Number 3, big picture. What do you guys see down the road? What's the opportunity for her and for her ability to build a legacy? 4, don't be intimidated. That's Michelle Wee. She's extremely smart, great entrepreneur, go in there with confidence. You guys ready?
Oh, yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey there, how are y'all?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey guys.
I'm Robert DeWolf.
And I'm Brian Drayton, and together we are Sports Equality. In short, Sequel. Now, athletes today, they're always striving to get to the next level.
And when they get to the next level, they're challenged by all the barriers that they face along the way. However, with Sequel, we're positioned to be the digital solution, providing back-end infrastructure to help them along the way. And this is a one-stop shop. We're going to connect athletes with colleges, brands, coaches, while providing them educational and content resources to help them succeed.
We empower athletes with solutions, all for free. Because unfortunately today, the color of your skin, where you're located, the education that you're receiving, they're all barriers to exposure.
He and I have experienced this firsthand. I've known Brian since I was 14. Because I had a different financial upbringing, I was able to afford trainers twice a week. I had every meal prep, every video service out there. Heck, I even had a middleman guiding me through the background from going from a high school to a collegiate athlete.
From my experience, I can honestly remember the struggles of just being a high school athlete, going under-recruited. Our football program just wasn't at the point where it was just getting national recognition. Having a best friend like Robert, he was able to help me through that process because of what he was able to learn from the people he was able to access through his resources. Sequel is our way of paying it forward for the next generation athlete. So the Sequel Athlete Experience consists of tools and features to increase exposure, starting with the profile synonymous to LinkedIn, capturing stats, academics, contact information, and more. Athletes will all have equipped a video library where they can add unlimited highlight clips to their profile. Now, each of these will have tagging requirements, making it easier for coaches to evaluate their film. We've also partnered with some of the top trainers across the country, one of which being Mo Wells at House of Athlete, to provide in-app education on a per-sport basis.
Now, an exciting feature, really our moat, is the request a videographer function. So think of this, within the app, an athlete can click a button, similar to calling an Uber, and a verified videographer will come to their next game, tournament, workout, and capture the necessary footage. And soon thereafter, that videographer will upload the footage directly to the athlete's Sequel profile. And currently, we have over 500 videographers across the country capturing exclusive content for our platform.
By building a platform focused on the athlete, we're able to monetize from the demand side of the market, this being colleges, brands, and professional teams.
From our initial idea 2 years ago until now, we've had a lot of success to date. We have tens of thousands of athletes on the platform. We have contracts with several universities. We've raised over $5 million in venture and angel funding, and we have several stakeholders in the athletic industry on our team. Now today, we are raising $200,000 and are willing to give up 1.5% equity. With that capital, we're going to continue to build out our videography infrastructure along with a mobile app. So you may ask, why Sequel? Well, we have the team.
We have the culture.
And we have the athletes' trust.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, I love the name. I mean, I know firsthand as a professional athlete, it doesn't matter how good you are. It doesn't matter what your talent is. You have to have the ability to showcase it, ability to have the opportunity. And I think it really struck equity into athletes. You know, I grew up in Hawaii, and I felt it.
Hearing Michelle to be able to relate to what we're doing in our business concept and the mission of sports equality, I mean, it's huge for us. Having any athlete, especially an athlete of her magnitude, to be able to resonate and understand what we're trying to do and what we're trying to bring to the entire world is really powerful for us.
Now, I think it's really amazing what you guys are doing. Do you guys have any success stories yet?
No, we do have success stories. I think one of the great ones is actually, it was an affluent person, but they had no offers. And right after making his Sequel profile, he got an offer from Arkansas Pine Bluff.
How many active users to date right now?
We have 15,000.
And you said you monetize purely through colleges and universities. And then how will that change?
That's annual recurring revenue. It's a 1 year, annual fee. That can be on a per team. We are also going to monetize from this content creator function. So every athlete will be able to get one video for free, right? We eat that cost. But moving forward, if you want more individualized, personalized film, we are going to monetize from the content creator portion.
How much is the platform costing? Like, how much is the tech? How expensive was it to build? How expensive is it to maintain?
Yeah, so there's a big upfront capital expenditure to build it out. It's about $500,000. The biggest thing for us will be, video transcoding. It's really only going to be, $250,000 a year.
And how much are you charging universities to use the platform?
The most expensive year one will be $10,000. All the way down to $1,000 for a smaller team.
Who invested the $5 million, and how did you arrive at the valuation that you guys are asking for?
So a little funding history. We did 3 rounds of convertible notes. So that was about the $1.2 million. That was all friends and family and some angels. And then we just closed the $4 million round. It was 3 funds. It was led by Early Light Ventures. It was some professional athletes, and we arrived at that valuation by meeting in the middle, essentially with our lead investor.
So you guys are at growth stage right now, and there's no real revenue on the books, it doesn't sound like.
Correct.
How do you reach profitability? What's the runway to cash flow?
The athletes are going to be the key source for revenue within our platform. We talked with every venture firm, everybody on our team really knows that we get the athletes. There's several ways that you can monetize. So you can do advertising within the platform. It's the whole NIL play, it's the college play, but we need to get the athletes there. So we really see, profitability being mid-2023. And we're doing that because we're focused on long-term opportunity over short-term profitability. The fact that we're not generating revenue in the short term might have some negative thoughts penetrating in their head, but we did a good job affirming that, hey, We are focused on the revenue, but we're focused on long-term growth, not short-term profitability.
Up next, Michelle and Cecil huddle up.
Coming back to the question on cash burn, how long is this $5 million gonna last you? The $1 million question is, are you willing to get in front of this thing?
What are your long-term goals?
So long-term, LinkedIn is a pretty familiar term in the professional world. We want for Sequel to be that in the athletic world. We do see potentially down the road becoming a B Corp and essentially providing a certain amount of our profits to sustainability, underserved communities.
How do you envision Michelle plugging into that ecosystem? Are there any golfers that you guys are working with that would set precedent, or would she be the first golfer that you've worked with?
She would definitely be the first. And one thing that we've done with every key stakeholder is we don't just say, please do this, this, or this. We actually sit down and learn what they're good at from a business setting, learn what their weaknesses are, and then obviously focus on their strengths, and just learn how they want to be involved.
The team at Sequel made it clear to Michelle that they have a network of notable athletes supporting their company. They didn't come to the table with a plan on how Michelle would fit into that picture and help grow their business. Michelle may have wanted to see a pitch tailored to her and how she could deliver the most value to them.
Guys, coming back to the question on cash burn, how long is this $5 million gonna last you?
We raised $1.2 million, over 2 years to get to this current funding round, right? So right now we have $3 million in the bank. This will last us until early 2023, so we have enough cash. And this $200,000, we'll add another month and a half of runway at our current burn.
And how much will it cost to build out the app? And how long will it take to build out the app?
So the app takes 5 weeks, and it's an in-house endeavor. So it's really, I can get back to you on the exact amount. I need to just do 5 weeks, about 52 times that individual salary.
Okay. Do you see it being more heavily used by recruiters or more heavily used by the athletes?
The athlete, definitely. Recruiters, 99% of the time, unless you're, the Alabama or, the Dukes of the world, it's coaches.
And for an athlete, the biggest sell is the fact that this is your resume. This is how you start your careers, even outside of sports.
It's really an entire athlete ecosystem. Yeah, trainers, therapists, nutritionists, psychologists, everything that an athlete can do to get an edge. And thankfully, those are additional ways that we can monetize it.
You guys are offering an amazing service suite to athletes, but it's a lot. Yeah. So how big is the team? How much do you see that? Do you see the team kind of scaling up over the next 18 months?
6 months ago, we were at 5 full-time employees. We're now at 17. But, in 18 months from now, we definitely see ourselves, close to 50 employees.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I mean, I think I personally am very passionate about sport equality, breaking those barriers and getting more resources for people that can't. Opportunity is where it's at, and there needs to be equal opportunity and also equity into the athletes.
I mean, should Michelle decide to be involved, obviously golf is going to be something that she's probably going to want to hit hard. So what percentage of your athletes right now are playing golf or are golfers?
Of our users, 50% actually play football and basketball. I do not know, golf off the top of my head, but it is on the lower spectrum, and it's definitely something that we want to grow.
Robert and Brian had a good overall pitch. But let's see if the company's mission made a strong enough impression on Michelle to win her investment.
Cecil and I will discuss and get to a decision.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
I think the pitch went great. Glad I was able to be up there with my best friend.
Absolutely.
If there's one thing we do different during the pitch, it's probably not wear the same suit.
With both pitches in the books, it's time for Michelle and Cecil to huddle up and compare the two companies. In the meantime, Wale is close by with the entrepreneurs as we await the final decisions.
First of all, I think both of you teams did amazing. And as we wait for this text from Michelle, I want to go into some things that I saw in there. Marina, why don't you start? Tell me how you did.
I think I did pretty okay. I wish I was a little bit more confident, but it's probably better than I could have asked for. I just went in there and I did my best, so.
Brian, Rob?
I think we did well. I think ultimately, Rob and I both will agree that we can, work harder on the prep of how we answer the questions in a manner where both of us are able to equally be able to give that off.
Yeah, I echo what Brian said. On top of that, we had a lot of fun.
Marina, if you don't mind, I'll start with you. I think you did well, but I think you could start with the data. Michelle's a numbers woman. That would have helped her decision in moving forward with your company.
I was really impressed by Equo, really impressed by the founder. I mean, she really knew the ins and out. I really liked that her family's from Vietnam. She's sourced from Vietnam. What really brought my attention was the fact that all the ingredients that they used to make the straws were going to go to waste. the cons that I had, and you can help me with this because you understand this more. I'm worried about the cost margins. I'm worried about the deal that she struck with Amazon, and how much she's giving the business to Amazon.
I actually think the only way that this works long term is if she's able to scale. More than anything, I just thought that the brand aligns with you from an ethos perspective. But looking at the company financially, it's a high margin business.
I know she was confident in being able to scale, but my biggest fear is going to a country club and then them getting really excited. Now my face is on the line, and then in the end her not being able to scale. It seems super early, really small company, and I think $200,000 is a very big ask.
The $1 million question is, are you willing to get in front of this thing? Investing takes a lot of different forms, but for us, it's really has been, you leaning in and getting out in front of consumers with the companies you choose to align with. So are you willing to do that here?
Sequel, your confidence showed. And as a former athlete, I related really well to your message. But you didn't focus on the company. And when I say that, I mean your team, your advisory board, the expertise that you had behind you.
For Sequel, it just seems like, look, I'll just say financially, I don't know how these guys are gonna scale and make money. $10,000 per school per year, it just seems really cheap.
I love the story. I love the goal, and the passion is there. But if they're only charging universities, and we all know universities do not have deep pockets when it comes to spending, and it worries me. It worries me how much they've raised so far, and that they're raising again.
Yeah, we got to ask them about these convertible notes. If there's real debt on the balance sheet, that obviously puts the pressure on to create that revenue. But to be honest with you, Michelle, you got to talk about the management team. A
friend of mine who's really good at investing gave me the advice that a lot of times you invest in the founder more so than investing in an idea. And I'm a little bit worried. I wish Brian spoke more. It just didn't seem like a partnership.
It's just interesting. This platform is just so needed.
Sports equality is something that we're both super passionate about and into. I would love to invest in them.
I think we know what we're gonna do. Let's execute the game plan.
Let's do it.
Overall, both teams did amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Michelle. She's ready for you. You guys ready?
Absolutely.
You guys ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
Let's go in.
Up next, the big decision.
Michelle, now's the time for us to make a decision. That decision has to come from you.
Wow. Obviously, we would love to invest in both companies, but
Michelle, you just heard two unique pitches from two equally unique companies. Now's the time for us to make a decision, but ultimately, that decision has to come from you.
Wow. Two amazing companies could not be more different from one another, right? But both, I absolutely love your missions. Eco, I'll start with you. I thought you did an amazing pitch, and the straws sat in the cups, but it never got soggy. I bent it, it didn't break. Very impressed with your product. We're a little concerned about your ability to scale. You're so early, it's such a small company. Kind of worried that you won't be able to deliver in scaling the product, and also giving so much to Amazon up front is also what we're worried about. Sequel, love your mission. Absolutely love the idea of sports equality. I think as a professional athlete myself, I think the thing that we're worried about is more of the team. What were your experiences? Do you have past experiences as CBO or CEO?
No, I do not.
This is a big thing that you guys are trying to do, and it's a hard first job. I think the ability to scale is something that we're both concerned with both companies. I think the idea and the mission for both companies are something that we're very excited about. Obviously, we would love to invest in both companies, but I think we're gonna go with Eco at this time. I think sports equality and what you guys are doing is something that I'm so passionate about that it's not a no from us. As of right now, we don't feel comfortable investing financially.
Sequel, really truly mean it when we say we have real intentionality on having, an ongoing relationship with the company in some way. If you're open to it, we'd love to keep that door open.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
Awesome. Brian and I know that we're a young team, but we still view that as a strength, and overall we're really, really happy for Marina.
Ultimately, at the end of the day, we're just happy to see another business succeed.
My guy.
We're winners. Don't worry about it.
Yes, sir.
So at this time, we want to invest, but we want to start a little bit smaller than what you originally proposed. So our offer at this time is to write a $25,000 check into your safe, but then provide Michelle with a 5% equity kicker, which would basically give her additional equity in exchange for marketing, using her name and image in those marketing campaigns, getting her to do social posts, etc., advising you as a founder. What are your thoughts on our offer?
Well, I think $25,000 is a great start, but I came in here asking for $200,000, so I'm just wondering if we'd be able to kind of bump it up to $75,000.
Well, I feel like the extra $50,000 I can make up for in promoting it myself on my social media channels, connecting you with the right distribution channels, with the right potential investors, and helping you scale. So I feel like I can bring a lot more value even than $50,000. But we believe in your company so much that we're willing to raise it up to $50,000. What do you think?
Well, I'll say that you guys definitely drive a hard bargain, but I think this would be an amazing partnership, so let's do it. Thank you. I am so excited to work with Michelle because, again, I look up to her so much because she's done so much for females, but also for Asian females in sports. And so to be able to work with someone who's so strong and so independent and has paved the way for so many of us is just a dream.
I was really, really proud of the way you went out there and spoke your truth and your passion, and you were able to show Michelle why it was important for her to partner up with you. So that was really, really amazing for me. And the fact that you had a great product.
I mean, the product is solid. Mostly it's about introducing her to the right people, increasing her distribution channel, and hopefully helping her get away from Amazon on those fees, and we can go away with that.
Yeah, I'm open to it.
Michelle has decided to invest in Equo, giving her an interesting move to the sustainability space. And although she ultimately decided not to invest with Sequel, the option to utilize her team as a consulting partner allows her to monitor their growth and progress going forward. We'll see you next time on Front Office.